Series. It is the round of 10, so this is the second race of the playoffs, and it's gonna get dicey. It's at Phoenix, so this is a playoff race. I mean, this is the marbles. Not Phoenix is really one of those tracks where it's really difficult to pass. It's kind of like I think Sterlo said it best when we were in the VC together. It's kind of like the package that NASCAR nowadays runs at short tracks. It's really hard to pass. It's about qualifying. You got to qualify well. It's really easy to defend passes as well. It's hard to make moves, but it is possible, and we're going to see the best of the best tonight, hopefully. It's going to be a fun watch, so they're just in a practice lobby. They just finished up their practice lobby, so we're going to go over the points. So it's the playoffs. It's getting dicey. After Vegas, your points leader currently gonna be Irish, who locked himself in on a win. So he was able to win the first round of the playoffs, so he's currently locked in. Ironman currently sitting in second in points. Third is gonna be Sterlo. Fourth is gonna be Lost. Sitting right outside that bubble is the Hot Ones, who I've heard from Irish in particular is very quick here. So Lost is prize, who we had an interview on Wednesday. He's been very solid this season. I mean, he wants to make the Final Four. We heard that in the interview as well. So he wants to help his teammates as well. So he's hoping to get a win tonight. You see the Hot Ones in fifth. GS Racing, one of the surprises, has been improving all season. So he wants to get inside the Final Four as well. They are just now starting up their qualifying lobby. See, seventh is Insolable. Slight Savage, surprisingly down in eighth. So he's not having a good run. He's hoping to rebound after last week's disappointing run. Lee Holloway, and then you have Proxy, who did not show up last week, so Proxy did not get good points, so that was disappointing for him. We're hoping to get an invite very soon. Please. Alright, they are just now starting up their qualifying session. I was not invited. I don't know. So I don't think I'm gonna be able to watch qualifying, which is weird. Thank you, Mets. There we go. So we got an invite to qualifying. There's checked in. We have 17 tonight for the race. So 17 drivers for tonight's playoff race. It's gonna get dicey tonight. I have a feeling that we're gonna have a surprise winner. NASCAR guy? What? Okay. I don't know what you mean by that. I don't know what you mean by that. But yeah. So we're gonna check in. I'm gonna give you guys the numbers. So Irish. The 16 of Irish is locked in on a win, so he has nothing to really race for. He's just racing to get his races done. He only needs to race 2 out of 3 races this round. He's probably going to race day as well, but we never know. So he's locked in on a win. Bad Omens, he got eliminated last round. You see Ironman, the 12 car, he's also in the playoffs. They call him Wash, but he really isn't. You see Sterling, the 43. You see Fast Racer, 55. Savage, another playoff driver in that 8 car. And then you see right behind him is the 18 Insolable. Mets, the league owner, serving Conan at 45, racing again tonight. Good to see him. You see Sterlo, one of the most dominant drivers until lately. Irish overtook him pretty much at the end of the season, so Irish has been the dominant driver as of late, but Sterlo looking to rebound, and after last week's performance, he had a decent run, so we're going to see how that works out for him tonight. Jordan Dog. See him in the 9. Proxy, who did not show up last week, so he's in a must-win situation now. If he doesn't win, he's going to be out of the playoffs. We're going to watch that all night to see how he runs, because I know he's pretty strong here. We see Cowboys. He's been strong as of late. We saw him win. I think he was before Vegas. He won the track before Vegas, so he's won as of late. He's been pretty strong overall. He's one of the drivers who I expect to be up front. He won at Auto Club, so Spartans. We know how he's been. He's very, very strong in NXT. He won this track in NXT with the 25%er. So we're going to look for him tonight. B13 in that 6 car. GS Racing, another playoff driver in that 10. Had a surprising season and a good season as well. So he's looking to continue his playoff run to the Final Four, as he already made the Final Four for NXT as well. So congrats to him. He's in the Final Four for NXT, as of myself, which I'm surprised. I did not expect to make that. Irish Ironman. Let's go on board with Savage here, doing his qualifying run here. Savage just finished up in qualifying lobby. Remember, Impact, the old man, as we call him, finished second last week, as Camo called him. So he wants to show Camo a thing or two, or wants to teach these youngins how to race. So I'm going to keep calling you old man for tonight. So he's the old man of the field, Impact. You see in Solid on that 18, he's done with his qualifying lap. Qualifying lap times. Now, this is differentiating between driver style 23.2. I think that's where you want to run, especially if you want to get on pole. Those are the times you're looking for. 26.3, my bad. 26.2 is the time you're looking for pole. As we see Irish, last week's winner, we see Proxy qualifying right now. I think the main thing I heard from Sterlo that qualifying is the goal. You got to get a good qualifying effort tonight, because passing is hard at this track. I mean, I struggled really hard with Dude Prime and NXT, and I just couldn't get around him, and it costed me a top 5 when I ran top 5 all night in NXT race. B13 in the 6 car. GS Racing in the 10 car. I also might have Regular Show joining us tonight, if he could get on. So he's going to be a special guest. He's going to be here full-time next year as well, with myself and Camo, but mostly him and Camo. I'll be in the background. So it's going to be fun. We see in GS Racing finishing up, we see Irish in that 16 machine. Beautiful AJ Allmendinger car. That is the best scheme in the game. I just like AJ. Allmendinger is such a good guy to root for, you know. Ooh, Georgia ran a... Jeez, that's a good-ass lap by them. Georgia is pretty quick here, I will say. Sterling that 43. He just finished up his qualifying effort. You know, he's trying to get a win tonight as well. Try to lock himself in. Proxy in that 2 car. He needs a win to get himself in. A lot of good drivers in this field who needs wins. The hot ones, I am not seeing the 31 in the field. Now, that is a question if he's in the server. Is he in that Discord call? When they wrap around, we'll get to that. I don't see him in qualifying, so the hot ones is not going to be qualifying for tonight's race. So he'll be probably starting in the rear if he's here in the server. Alright, so the hot ones is looking like he's not going to be here tonight. So we'll see how that works out. We're hoping he's here tonight. And I have someone who, you guys know him from Sunday, if he included audio. He is a little sick, but hey Hendrick.
Yes sir, I got you.
How you doing, man?
Oh man, feeling a little better. Can't wait to see some
good to hear.
Action tonight.
Sorry.
Oh,
I'm wrong.
feeling a little better. Can't wait to see some more premiere action tonight.
Oh yeah, this is your first time up here, so
yes.
You're getting used to it. Oh man, it's definitely fun to watch. It's a little bit different from NXT, but honestly, there's not much of a difference. I mean, it's a lot. They're more aggressive. They're a little bit more aggressive than NXT, but it's fun to watch, to say the least.
Mm-hmm.
I wouldn't want to be in that VC though. With Savage and them, they go crazy in that VC.
Yeah,
It's
I've
a
heard
lot
a lot of
crazier
stuff
than
has gone on
Sunday.
with those playoff guys, and especially with tonight being the last one before they get to Talladega, it's all bets are off at this point.
Yes. And there's some people who need wins to even get himself inside that round of 4. And I'm presently the 2 car, the 18. He wants to win at Daya. He wants to have a good run here tonight as well. As Iris gets spun by Insoluble under qualifying, end of qualifying. So that's fun to see. I'm going to send you an invite. Don't accept this yet. I'll let you know. You can, they have about 2 more laps to go. So when the start screen comes up for Irish, I'll have to let you know.
Okay.
See Proxy ending out the laps. Oh man, I can't wait. Cause Phoenix though, what do you think of Phoenix? You watched the NXT race in Phoenix. Like, what do you think of the track overall in this game?
Well, one thing's for sure, it definitely changes a little bit with your tires. For someone who's
Yes.
raced on it, I feel like the more your tires wear out, the better handling I tend to get. I don't know if that's the case for these guys, however, but I will say this. The pit entry here is a lot easier than a lot of other tracks. You have a lot
It
more time
is.
to slow down and get ready to get into pit road. I think that's something to watch for these guys, obviously. And the dog leg. Dog leg, a unique part. Don't see that a lot on the other tracks. Can't wait to see if somebody tries to take advantage of that tonight. Yeah, 156 laps. It's going to be a long one, but can't wait to see what happens here.
Yeah, definitely, and it's about qualifying. I feel like, I mean, it's very hard to pass here, just from experience. It takes a lot of effort to get around someone. If they're running the top lane, they just keep getting the momentum off the top. Eventually, you're gonna get around them, but you're gonna be wearing your tires out massively. That's gonna be dynamic. Tire wear and fuel saving is gonna be something that we're gonna be watched. I think it's about 40 laps of fuel per stage. So stage 1, from what I got, is that we're not gonna have pit stops. I think we're not going to have pit stops for stage number 1. Or we're going to have pit stops that's going to be fuel. I don't know. We'll get to that. I usually research, but tonight is a no notebook day, so. I think you should have the qualifying now, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I do, but they just got in the lobby.
Alright, so Lost did not qualify, so one of the playoff drivers did not qualify. Like I said, Georgia Dog on pole. I think that's his second pole of the season. So Georgia Dog on pole for tonight. Cowboys starting second. Outside front row, serving cone. So top three are not even playoff drivers. The first playoff driver is 4th with Proxy. So Proxy in a must-win situation qualifies very well for himself. Proxy is very strong at these short tracks. I'll just say that right now. He ran very strong in New Hampshire, but he's been off when he's raced lately. So he's looking to have a rebound this week. 5th place is going to be Sterlo. 6th is going to be Bad Omens. Starting 7th is going to be Savage. GS Racing in 8th. 9th is going to be Irish, and then rounding out your top 10 is Dark Spartans. So that's a decent field.
Yeah, there's a couple notable names here that I'm a little worried about early on here. The 12, Ironman starting back in that 14th spot. I know he entered in tonight 8 points above the cut line, but you can't afford to start towards the back here and not have an opportunity to get these stage points. Same thing goes with the 18 of Insolvable. He's starting in the 15th spot. He's 12 points out to start this race. You don't want to rely on Talladega, especially if you're below this cut line, but again, the 12 and the 18, they have some work cut out for them here to start this one off.
Yeah, definitely. And Phoenix is just one of those tracks where passing is limited. But it can be done, and people can drive through the field. If you got a good enough car, you will be able to pass people. I'll just say that right now. So it's not impossible, it's just really difficult. I'm gonna let him set it up, and we're gonna be able to go green very soon. It's gonna be fun to watch.
Do
My
you have
point of
anyone
view
that
for
you're looking for in particular to end up winning this one?
so I think someone who's gonna be hungry tonight, or I think is gonna be like very. I picked him to be my final four, but he didn't race the first race. I think Proxy, and then I
Mm.
have Proxy or Cowboys winning tonight. I always pick two just to be safe.
Yeah,
Proxy or
Cowboys
Cowboy.
is probably one of the best non-playoff driver picks you can make. But I think in this case, for me, I got to keep an eye out here for Slight Savage. Again, you just can't count him out here. 15
Mm.
points behind the cut line. He's one of those 4 to 5 guys that needs to execute tonight here to keep themselves behind third, fourth place in points. I think Slight Savage will be able to do that tonight. It'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, I definitely think he's one. I'm surprised by how far down. I didn't think he had that bad of a race at Vegas, but he did. So he's looking to recover. I think he finished in the 20s. So it was not a great night after he got. I think he had a points penalty at Auto Club, so it was not a great start to his round. So he looks to bounce off and get a good run here. But my underdog for tonight, GS Racing. I think if we have an underdog winning, it's GS Racing. I think he's got a great opportunity if he can do some strategy or whatnot. I think he has the pace as well. Also, Georgia Dog is another guy. He is very strong here. We saw. I think he was great in the NXT race. I think he ran behind West and Spartans though all race, so he wasn't able to capitalize on that. But he has great speed here.
Yeah, and don't be mistaken, GS and Georgia Dog, as you both said, they're both in a spot to race for the NXT Championship. But the only thing that I remember from GS at Phoenix was him getting into it with West. Hopefully that isn't the same case with him tonight. He has a chance to make it into both championship fours.
Yes.
Hopefully this one is a much more less eventful event for him.
Weston Mitchell is crazy. Nah, I'm joking. You said less. Uh, yeah, they're just now setting it up. They have the ticker going down, so we're gonna be able to join in a few seconds. Oh man, I'm predicting that we have 3 cautions tonight, and I think it's gonna become spread out very quickly. I feel like it's gonna be very tight. I just don't think we have. I don't know. It's all about sent me the invite. I think I sent you multiple invites, so we should be able to join together. All right.
Yeah,
Let me know if it
I
works.
think this one works.
All right. Good to
There
hear.
we go.
Us. Yep, that is great to hear. So it's gonna be one of these races. I'm excited. I'm excited. Especially I get to work with you for the first time. We gotta
Oh
learn.
yeah.
We gotta get our chemistry working together because it took me a while with Camo. Not even gonna lie to you, but I started not speaking over him. Takes me a little bit. All right, so we're about to go underway. It's race 2 of the playoffs at Phoenix. It's gonna be 100. How many laps was it again?
156 laps.
156 laps. So it's gonna be a longer. It's gonna be a longer race. That's a decent amount of laps. But it's kind of like a short track slash intermediate in terms of size, because that huge undercut is so big that it kind of just makes the track, I guess, longer in a way. I mean, it technically, yeah, it's just the track is. I don't know. Since they changed the arrangement, it's just been weird. Yeah, turn 3 and 4 make it interesting on the final laps, though. The bump and runs.
I think we're going to see that regardless, no matter what lap they're on.
Yeah, and they are underway at Phoenix, round 2 of the round of 10. You see Georgia Dog off to the lead with Cowboys right beside him. We're going to see who can get the run off of 1 and 2 here. We see the 45. I think that is Serving Cone in that 45 machine. So Serving Cone is back. You see Cowboys going to get the run off here. The outside lane on the first lap, if you can hold it, is probably better here. So Cowboys takes the lead. See GS Racing in the middle of the pack. They're 3 wide here between Omens, Savage, and GS Racing. You see Sterlo sitting back there in 5th place as Cowboys is commanded over the lead.
Yeah, looking towards mid-pack here. The 8 Savage trying to get by GS, trying to pin him down towards that yellow line. Not able to clear him just yet. I think we're going to see a lot of that tonight. Drivers trying to pin people all the way down to the bottom of the track. And that can be very tricky come the long run.
Yeah, it's just really difficult to hold it down there and keep the momentum, especially if you squeeze them down there. you just can't get the momentum up, and you just lose so much time. You see Omens gets loose underneath Georgia Dog and makes a little bit of contact. So Georgia Dog from pole has fallen all the way back to potentially 4th place. So his did not have a great start there. So they have 30 laps of fuel. They're already 4 wide here.
Yeah, I don't know if I want to be doing that this early.
Yeah, I was going to say, they're already 5 wide almost here. A lot of racing here. I mean, if you're Savage, though, GS, I mean, you're trying to make moves. Irish is already locked in, so Irish is just trying to get some extra points, I guess. I don't know. He's just trying to run the race.
I mean,
momentum,
I think another thing, too, that Irish could be looking for is just practice just in case they do Phoenix again the following season. Because, I mean, this could be really helpful for him. He doesn't have anything to lose. Why not try and learn some new tips here on this track? Try and give yourself better ideas for how to be better here next season.
Yeah, also, it could be for momentum. He could also, if he wins back-to-back on tracks that take a lot of skill, and he's good at Homestead. He said that in the past. He's very good at Homestead, so he's probably just trying to build up momentum, get confidence as well. That could be another thing. We see Insoluble running right behind that 4 car. So Insoluble currently running 3rd to last, but it's a long race. I will continue to say that it's a long race. We have 32 to go in stage number 1. So theoretically, they should be good on fuel, Hendricks.
Yeah, I would say they are good on fuel. However,
tires.
I wouldn't drive it all the way down throughout this stage because these tires are going to come in here and you're going to lose the back handling of the car.
So here's the thing that Georgia told me in pre-race. They don't shift. He doesn't shift at all. So expect him, if he gets up to speed. Proxy, currently your leader though, a playoff driver. If Georgia gets up to speed, it'll be later in the run because he runs 5th gear all the way around. So that's one thing I'll be watching. You see Sterlo battling back there. It's a little bit of a back. It's right behind B13. He's battling with Fast Racer. You also see Irish battling with the 8 car of Savage. So one of the playoff drivers is moving his way through the field. You see Savage right there.
Yeah, Bad Olmans. Olmans has made a quick name of himself. I've watched him in NXT. Did a really good job at the Roval. Unfortunately, things didn't go his way, but he's already found himself up here in Premier, running right behind the 8, just ahead of the 6.
So he actually was able to win yesterday, so he has a win under his belt. He got the monkey off his back, so nobody can complain about it after he won Atlanta earlier in Premier this season. So he got his win yesterday, so he has momentum here as he bumps Irish up the track because they're going to go 3 wide here. But GS Racing, like I said pre-race, he is moving his way through the field. Look at him in 5th place as Savage gets around his teammate in Irish. So
GS not only is he moving up through the field, but he's got the second most amount of clean air compared to everyone else. He's got that big gap to himself in the 9 car. The only person that has more cleaner air than him is the 2.
Yeah, Proxy, the guy who I said needs to win to get himself into the round of 4. He is looking to do that tonight. Stage points do help, but I don't think he can point his way in. That's just my opinion. It's just too far back, especially with all these drivers who are consistent, like GS, like Savage, like Ironman. Like, they're all too consistent to gain like 40 points on them. I don't know.
Yeah, just want to update y'all real quick here on the 12. I mean, we're on board with him on my view. He's running right behind the 42. He hasn't really gained much. He's just sitting here behind this large chunk of cars. I'm starting to wonder if his mindset here is just take this stage slowly or maybe hope that there's going to be a couple incidents up here because there is still a pretty decent big pack here towards the end of the top 10.
So I'm thinking right now, especially early on, you're looking just to keep your car clean. I think that's the main goal here. Keep your car clean, especially for Ironman, who I think is above that cutoff line. I think he's just looking to have a decent run tonight. Get a top 10, run consistent, get the points that he can. He calls himself Wash, but I don't agree. But there is an old man in front of him. Camo calls Impact Old Man, so the old man is currently running in front of Ironman. So 2 old men running neck and neck right here.
Yeah, we just saw a lap ago here, the 4 car of Mac. He ended up hitting the inside wall. That brings up another big point here that I want to mention. You cannot afford to hit that inside wall when you're entering 3 and 4. The 4 car nearly did it in front of the 41, who cannot afford to have a bad mistake tonight.
Yeah, 18 does not want to be caught up, but I'm watching this lead, and it's dropping as Irish gets punted into the wall. So Irish loses a lot of time. I got to go back up to the leader because I feel like the leader is losing time. We see the 2-car losing time on Cowboys. Cowboys is coming back on Proxy. So Proxy's setup is probably a lot looser. He decides to run looser setups usually at these short tracks, but it could cost him a long run, especially at Phoenix.
Yeah, and I think Cowboys needs to understand that he's not in the playoffs. The 2-car is. However, just racing with caution.
Yeah, also the 45 also have an impressive run for himself. They're both Cowboys. He can't commit to full-time NXT or Premier Series whenever he runs, but we always like having him in here. He's always one of the top 5 guys. We know he's strong, especially at a track like Phoenix. He's challenging Proxy right now, who's impressive on short tracks as well. Proxy is not a slouch on short tracks. That's why he's currently leading the race.
Yeah,
I'm also going to be
looking at GS and Savage. I mean, GS and Savage are not really being away from each other here. Savage is running in that 5th spot. GS is at 6th, and then 7th on back, which is not where you want to be.
I mean, it's a hornet nest, to be honest with you. You see Sterlo dropping back a little bit. There's nowhere to go, really. This is how it was in NXT, in my opinion. It's just grouped up. You can't really go anywhere. Especially if you're stuck on that bottom lane. You can't get the momentum off the corner. I think
this group led by B13. I mean, B13, he's not in the playoffs anymore, if I'm not mistaken. I think he got knocked out in the first round.
No, he got eliminated, sadly, because of a penalty. That's how Installable got in the round of 10. Because at Auto Club, they had a false jump between him and Savage. So that's why Savage is so far down, and that's why B13 is not in the playoffs anymore. So that penalty costed him, and he's just looking to have a great finish to his season. So that's why he's not in the playoffs. I'll tell you someone who I think Savage got around GS Racing and has pulled away, if I'm not mistaken here.
Yeah, he has. He's actually gotten away from him tremendously over these last couple laps. They were about a good few tenths away from each other. Now it's about up to a full second. And Savage is actually catching up to the next 2 ahead of him. Serving Cone in the 45.
Yeah, he's got passed by Georgia.
Yeah, he got passed by the 9, so he's starting to lose a little bit of pace. So I'm wondering if he's more likely got a short run car, or if he's just not the best at the long run.
And I also will say, this battle for the lead is heating up. Cowboys is all over Proxy. It's starting to get dicey up here as we have 18 to go in stage number 1. It's starting to heat up, and we're going to have a battle here very soon.
Yeah, if I'm Savage right now, I would let the top 4 duke it out here real quick, and then sneak up, just get by them one by one.
Yeah, you lose a lot of time battling, to be honest with you. I think Sterlo finally got some clean air back there. Yeah, so Sterlo got away from Iron Man back there and Fast Racer, so he's finally in clean air as they're still bumping and banging back there. Yeah, it's just chaos back here with Irish. You see the 42 of Impact and Installable, who's finally in this pack as well. I think this is just outside the top 10, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, the 18 is out of the top 10. I think Irish kind of is starting to fade a little bit, relying more on that high line. See what he does here. Yeah, he can't stick to the bottom. I know he's got the 18 below him, but it just looks like the handling's not on his side.
Yep, you can see it in this car. I'm also going to be, I'm still keeping my eyes on this because it just looks like Savage is catching. Yeah, that 45 serving cone is starting to fall off. I don't know how big the fall off is. It doesn't look huge yet, but it does look like he's starting to have a fall off. But also, Spartans, he's starting to pick it up here. He's starting to catch GS Racing. As soon as I say that, he gets loose. So I just commented and cursed him, but we're going to see if he can catch back up with the GS Racing, but Savage is going to be all over that 45. Here he comes. So battle for third here. Ooh, as Serving Cone gets high, Savage runs him up, and Serving Cone is just going to let Savage go by. So the playoff driver is let go, so Savage takes over 4th place, so he's allowed past the 45 of Serving Cone, so Serving Cone is just chilling right now. He's letting the playoff driver go for playoff points. We'll see if GS Racing can also get by Serving Cone here.
I think GS can. I mean, Serving Cone definitely lost a lot of time there battling Savage. I think GS will get by him here, maybe by 10 to go. That's my guess here.
I could see that definitely. I'm gonna go back up to the front though. That battle is getting exciting. I think that 44 of Cowboys was trying to figure out a way to gain more time on this two-car proxy. You can see him investigating, trying to figure out lines to get around this two-car, because I feel like that 44 is quicker than proxy right now. He's trying everything. You can see him go to the entering high as proxy is all over that wall, getting super tight.
I'm keeping an eye out here for 10th place right now. That is the 12 of Ironman. He was able to find himself back up to the top 10. So there's a couple big names here that is not in line to get stage points, including Lost and Insolvable. I mean, you can even consider Irish, but Irish really has nothing to fight for. But I'm really looking at that 41 right now. If Savage continues to do what he does, Savage could very well catch up to that cut line.
Yeah, I was going to say, Savage is having a great run for himself as he continues to try to hunt down that 9-car of Georgia Dog, who's a non-playoff driver as well. So we'll see how that works out.
Is not. He's having issues big time. He just got passed by the 12 for 9th.
Yeah, no, he's dropping off like a rock, but I will say, someone is lurking, and that's the 14. He's all over the GS's bumper right now. So they are currently teammates. We'll see how this works out between Spartans and GS Racing. As Spartans just looks like he is the better car here.
Oh, yeah, he does. Taking that dog's leg as an advantage here.
Yep, we're going to see how this works out, though. As GS Racing has the outside lane, he'll get the momentum off here. Yeah, definitely. So GS is going to hold on to the position for now, entering 3 and 4.
That's going to help B13 and Sterlo and Ironman catch up to these two.
Remember, Sterlo also needs his good playoff points. I will say Sterlo looked really good in the first round, but now he needs to get these points. He needs to have a good run. I know he's currently in, I think.
He entered in tonight 7 above the cut line, but make no mistake, I mean, that could easily change in just a matter of 1 or 2 stages.
So, there is one person missing. So, one of the people that Irish stated was really good at Phoenix as contact between GS Racing and B13. Here comes Stellar to the bottom. They're 3 wide.
Sterlo able to get by the 10 here, but the 10 car's going to try and squeeze the middle.
Oh, here comes Ironman around him. GS Racing just lost 3 spots in like about 5.5 laps. So he falls all the way outside. I think it's 8th currently. That was not a good exchange by him. He did not want that happening.
And Bad Omens, I believe, is actually the 10th place car. He did get by that 45. The 55's not far behind, though.
Yeah, no, Fast Racer's just sitting back there. We're going to go back up to the lead, though. Your leader currently is Proxy, coming to about... We'll get the lap counter in a few seconds. Apologies. Yeah, but Cowboys is on Proxy's bumper now. It wasn't like this. Cowboys couldn't get the run on him, but now we have 5 to go in stage number 1. This stage is final. So Proxy is being challenged by the 44 of Cowboys. I will say, I don't think Cowboys is going to give it to him. Remember, Sterlo is his teammate, so he wants to help his teammate most likely. But we got to see if Cowboys can get actually around the 2-car Proxy with 4 to go in stage number 1.
Yeah, they don't have to worry about anyone behind them. But again, I don't think Cowboys is the kind of person that
he got the run
to shove someone. He does get a good run here.
Here he comes. Oh, and Proxy. So Proxy lets up or hits the wall there, and Cowboys to the lead with 3 to go in stage number 1. Can Proxy get back there? You know he wants to win the stage for some playoff points. Some good points. It doesn't look like he can. So, as it's hanging out now, I'm not going to do points because I'm stupid with that. Yeah, you're the big brain, bro. you got that notebook and paper, probably.
Nah, I just got Discord up.
Ah. Yeah, Impact has a lot of damage. I will say their tires could be low as well. I think we're coming to 2 to go here at the line. Or coming to 1 to go, I think. Yeah, we're coming to 1 to go at the line. So it'll be white flag for stage number 1. You see Cowboys still leading. He's actually pulled a little bit of gap on Proxy, so Proxy potentially got damaged there. White flag for stage number 1. We see Cowboys in that 44. After standing behind Proxy for about the whole stage, coming with about 3 to go, he finally got around him. So Cowboys potentially going to win stage number 1 at Phoenix. A non-playoff driver, but a playoff driver in Proxy who needs a good run tonight. Has to make a few adjustments to his car, but overall, it looks like he has a very strong car tonight and can potentially go for the win. And Cowboys win stage number 1. Proxy finishes second.
Oh, Sterlo into the wall! Something happened with the 43 exiting 4. He just slowed down and lost so much ground.
Where'd he finish?
He finished behind the 10 car in this pack, so I don't even know if he even got stage points. He was in position to get those points.
He got ninth.
He got ninth. Shot.
I don't know what happened. I wasn't able to get a point of view on it. I was on Cowboys, so I was not able to get it. Stage number 1 result is Cowboys. Irish, scroll down for freak's sake. No, Spartans is around. Spartans got turned, so Spartans was involved in that incident. Remember, Spartans was inside the top 5, almost got there. He got turned or something, so it was definitely him and Sherlo. Something happened between themselves. So we know Cowboys won. We know Proxy finished second. Third was going to be Georgia Dog. Fourth is Savage. Fifth place is to be determined. I know ninth was Irish, so they're going to get going for stage number 2.
Yeah, Irish actually got the 10th spot. Sterlo got 9th. GS got 8th.
Yes.
Ullman's actually got 7th.
Who got 6th? Do we know the...
I believe that might have been B13.
I think it was B13 because yeah, I will say
in the Premier format, second gets 4 points in the stage, right?
I think it's the same as NXT if I'm not mistaken.
Okay.
Should be. But yeah, everyone lost a spot. So someone took 2 tires. Mac. Something happened with Mac. So Mac, I don't think it's Matt. My bad. So Cowboys on the outside. The 4 car, the leader. Savage gets loose or something on the bottom. You see him slow up massively. On the apron now. See Cowboys wrapping around that top lane. Right above that 4 car. So the 4 car is going to be potentially stayed out by accident. We'll see how that works out. Sterlo stuck 3 wide with Lost and Insoluble. 3 playoff drivers right here. Lots of good racing across this track. You see Sterlo able to clear them. As Fast Racer on the bottom lane.
I'm telling you,
still
that
3 wide
car, he's looking to go all in here, going 3 wide for that 4th spot.
I was watching Sterlo and them. They're also banging and booting back there. But yeah, I see it up here. This is tight. Lots of good cars here. You see Irish, Iron Man, B13.
Got loose.
Yeah, but leader though is Cowboys over Proxy, Georgia, and B13. Savage. Something happened to Savage early on. He got loose or something on the apron and lost so much positions. But Irish up to 5th place. He's making some moves. We see Lost, who started in the rear of the field. Remember, the 41 did not qualify, so he has to make his way through the field under green flag conditions, and that's pretty difficult here.
Yeah, he's in the middle of a box with that 55 right next to him, the 18 and the 14 double wide behind him.
Ooh,
Sterlo up ahead of him.
They're 3 wide for 3rd place. Look at them up here. Oh, B13, Irish, and Georgia Dog. As Georgia Dog hits the wall. They get around him cleanly. So contact, but this gives Omens and Iron Man another chance for the top 5. So Georgia Dog, after running so well in stage number 2, finishing 3rd, it's going to cost him a little bit of time. Devastating for him as he was having such a good run, qualified on pole. But this benefits Iron Man and GS Racing. So they get a huge benefit as B13 runs all the way down to the apron. Going to slow up Iron Man here as Omens takes over 4th place here.
Yeah, Nikon was able to recover. He's still in the top 10. I am correct here. He is in the 8th position, just ahead of Sterlo.
And Savage.
I'm starting to wonder how much damage the Nikon actually got there from hitting the wall, if that's going to affect him.
I'll tell you someone who's secretly moving their way through the field right behind Lost is that 18 of Insoluble. After Savage had his issue, he's been moving. As I say that, he goes high. I'm commentating cursing everyone I say. I should not say your name. I apologize. I don't know. I just curse people as GS Racing gets on the inside of that 6-car B13. You see them battling for, I think it's around 6th place here. GS almost clears them, and he does. So GS Racing, is he going to go for the move on Ironman? As he finally clears, stomps on his brakes a little bit, and officially gets around B13. So GS Racing up to 6th place, having a great run for himself. I think it's actually, yeah, that's 6th place. But your leader, pretty much, it's been only him and Proxy tonight. Proxy have been dominating.
Yeah, don't look now, but Irish, he is already up to that 3rd spot. He's brought the 48 car with him. I think the 16 and the 48, if they play their cards right here and they maybe get a restart, I think they show the 44 and the 2 that they are more than just 2 competitors in this one.
I will say Ironman sneakily, he's always sneakily good at getting stage points and running well. Currently inside the top 5, currently 5th place, so don't count him out as well. We don't know how much speed he has, but he's having a great run for himself currently. He looks to hold on to that position as GS Racing and B13 are all over him. We don't know how long he'll hold on to it though. We see Savage making his way through the field again after he had an issue on the restart. So he started in the rear of the field, he's trying to get himself through the field again. After restarting 3rd, he dropped all the way back to last, and he's currently getting around Impact and Spartans.
Yeah, and he's got Fast Racer and Lost up ahead of him. I mean, we obviously know Fast Racer is one that can hang around towards the back end of the top 10, maybe even right into 12. And then Lost is that wild card. Again, it's going to take a bit for Savage to get up there, but all he can do at this point is not beat himself up for the mistakes. Keep moving forward.
Yeah, and as soon as we talk about Lost, there's a battle for 6th place as GS Racing gets a little loose. So he's going to lose a little bit of time as him and B13 battle as Georgia Dog still. He's hanging steady. He might have some damage, but that car is good. That's just something I'll say. He has a good car overall as he's battling with GS Racing and B13 here. Here comes Sterlo. Side by side, 2 rows deep back here is GS Racing and B13. Contact between GS and B13 as GS gets loose. Here comes Georgia Dog and Sterlo. Sterlo going to the bottom lane. He's looking to the apron. 3 wide entering this tunnel turn. If Sterlo's able to clear them, that would be what a move. I think Georgia's going to be a hold on.
Yeah,
but Sterlo overtakes. He really did. And he was able to. Sterlo actually overtook GS Racing there. So, and Sterlo takes over that position over GS Racing. Another playoff driver. As Lost hits the wall back there a little bit.
And while the 44 and 2 are battling, that 16 car, he's been slowly gaining on them. Not that far off of the 2, about closer to a half a second. So I think right now the 16 car is the fastest one on the track right now.
Particularly that 2 car. I just don't know. Proxy has the car to keep up with the 44. And I just feel on the long run, his car just dies out. From what I'm seeing currently. His car does not have the lifespan as you want it for this type of track. As Sterlo's still looking on Georgia Dog. As Lost, after having, I think he was inside the top 10 for a moment, has dropped back behind Fast Racer now. So he had a bit of a moment, but here comes Sterlo on the bottom lane of Georgia. It's just so hard to pass, especially a car like Georgia who has a good run, has a good car. GS Racing might be able to capitalize on this.
More willing to trust that high line. That's given him those runs off the turn. And you're seeing Sterlo. He feels that his car is much better on the low line, but there's a lot of dividends being paid exiting turns 2 and 4.
Yeah, definitely. But yeah, Cowboys has pulled away from the 2-car Proxy. When we cross the line for stage number 2, we're going to have 38 to go, so pit stops are going to be a factor in this stage. And I think you take 4 tires every stop here. Tire wear is important.
Absolutely. Yeah, take 4 tires. You got to take everything that you can in the stop. But I think more importantly, I'm watching out for any pit road penalties that occur. I said it earlier, it's a very easy pit road entrance, but that doesn't mean it's not that difficult to make a mistake entering pit road.
Exactly. A lot of people make mistakes, and that's the key for tonight. Don't screw up your pit entrance, especially if you're a playoff driver. Serving Cone, someone who was running, I think, top 3 early in the night, has dropped all the way back to second to last, so that just shows how quickly your race can turn around. I will say, Ironman has settled down. I think he got passed by Bad Omens, but he's settled down. I think it's 5th currently. He's pulled away from B13.
Yeah, the 48's been ahead of the 12 for a little bit, but I do like that the 12 car is able to pull away from those behind him. That's given him a lot more comfort. I think if you're someone within the top 5 right now, you got to feel really good about your car. And I wouldn't make too many adjustments on pit road. But if I'm someone right now that is having a hard time trying to get away from around that 8th place range, I would definitely try something.
As we see the first pitter of the playoff drivers, here comes Lost, early pitter tonight. First pitter for tonight's race. Stage number 2 in that 41 machine. He's down pit road, so we're going to see if this brings anybody else down pit road. They still have 22 laps of fuel. So there's a lot of laps. You can come down pit road early. You get around 40 laps of fuel, but there's only 34 laps to go in stage number 2. Do you pit early or do you pit late? Or in between? I think pitting later is actually better at this track. I don't know.
I would absolutely pit later, but I do like what the 41's doing. He's someone that's running around that 10th place range. He could try and pit early. Maybe that could get him some little track position here at the end, but in general, I definitely recommend pitting late.
Yeah, I agree. Fresh tires of this track are so important. But there's a battle room forming up here. Look at Irish. Now he's caught up to the 2 car. As I said earlier, that 2 car on the long run just doesn't have the speed he wants. Proxy's going to have to do something about it. But currently he does not have the speed, and you look, Irish is all over him now.
And I'm looking at Sterlo and Slight Savage. They're having a good battle back here. Starting to see that 8 car get a good long run. Might have a chance to get by him here, exiting 2. He's got a good run off 2. Little contact, though.
Oh, yeah, I see it on my point of view. I can't go to it because of that battle brewing up front. But, yeah, it's getting dicey up back there. You see Sterlo back here battling with the 8 car on the bottom lane. Stuck down there as well. Yeah, but as we saw earlier, Sterlo got up to Georgia and couldn't get around him, and look at the fall off. He's dropped all the way back. Now he's continuing with Savage, and Savage finally gets around him. So the tire fall off when you try to battle like that and try to get around someone on the bottom is huge.
Yeah, and again, it's more likely everyone's car is starting to loosen up here, and it may be a safer approach to run that bottom line. But then again, if you're able to run that high line, I definitely recommend doing it, because, I mean, you could tell, even Sterlo can't beat it. It's happened with him against the 8, it's happened to him against the 9. We'll just have to see how he tries to adjust that going into his pit stop.
Definitely, and I will say there is a battle brewing between the 12 car, I think. As we see, the 2 car Proxy is down pit road, so he's coming down pit road this time by. We'll see if that brings any more people. Ironman, 2 playoff drivers there, teammates technically. The Proxy and Ironman down pit road. You see Solable in the 18. I'm going to be watching that 41 as well. I'm going to be watching them right now. Cowboys,
here comes our
your leader.
Cowboys is coming in.
Yep.
Oh, boy. I hope he didn't enter too fast, because that looked a little iffy entering pit road.
That might be something to watch as we cycle through. Thing about pitting very early is your tires are going to be worn, so how loose do you get? So I'm going to be watching Lost here.
Another thing that I just noticed, the 12 car exited pit road before the 2 car. So I'm wondering if
strategy?
Proxy might have gotten a penalty.
Was it a pit strategy or a penalty?
I don't know. I mean, he's still not out of his stall.
Okay, then it's a penalty. So Proxy sped on pit
Cowboys
road.
is even off.
Did he leave? Did his internet lag? Did he lag out? He might have lagged out.
Oh man, if that happened, that is huge.
I think he lagged out. No, that's a lag out. So Proxy is out of the race. A playoff driver who's in a must-win situation has lagged out. That is devastating for his opportunity tonight. He needed this win. Or an opportunity to win. So that's 2 races that are down the drain because of connection issues and not being able to race.
Yeah, and especially when he's been running in the top 2 for the vast majority of this race, I know he's got to be really frustrated with this not being an issue related to him. He now has to look at Talladega next week, and that's basically a lottery ticket at this point.
So we have our first Irish, your current leader, is now down pit road. So that's the last. That's also I think that's
coming
the 4
in.
car. Yeah, that's the last of the playoff drivers, if I'm not mistaken. I think there's
Yes,
one more out.
in.
I think Insalabo is the last of the playoff drivers still out on the track with no pit stop.
White Savage in pit road.
I want to see where does Lost come out here. You see Ironman right behind him, so I'm guessing Lost got ahead of Ironman here. See Georgia Dog right behind the 4 car and the 48 of Omens. You see Cowboys. I want to see who gets the lead here. It's going to be fun to watch.
Yeah, I know the 48 and the 9, I believe, have not pitted yet.
I know the 18 hasn't pitted as well.
Yeah, there goes the 9 and the 48. So that's going to give the lead to the 14.
Of Dark Spartans. So Spartan is currently your leader. He doesn't want me calling Spartans. I'm sorry, Spartan. Alright? I said it right for you this time, so don't complain about me in the comments. Now he's coming down pit road, so Spartan down pit road. Cowboys is your leader. So Lost from that rotation came out 3rd on the racetrack.
Oh,
now he's dealing with old tires.
Here. Looks like Impact. Impact still hasn't pitted.
Alright, so Impact. Yeah, but Lost has dropped behind Ironman now, so he currently on the racetrack, technically, with everyone pitted, he'd be 5th or 4th, right behind Ironman. So, with the 2-car Proxy lagging out, that gives an opportunity to Lost and Ironman to get more stage points here. Someone in the inside wall, that's going to be Fast Racer. Fast Racer's around in that wall. That could end his day for an opportunity as he lags out, and I think he quits. So Fast Racer is also out. Another non-playoff driver had an incident.
Yeah, just to clarify on the 2 situation with him lagging out, I think, if I'm not mistaken, he does get to keep the stage points, right, from the first stage?
Yes, he gets to keep his stage points.
So he is still behind Lee in the playoff grid. If I'm not mistaken, it looks like Proxy has 3,017. With those additional 4 points going into Talladega, of course, with the finishing spot. But yeah, it's not looking good for him and Lee, and even the 31.
Yeah, the hot ones also did not make tonight. But we're coming down to the last 20 laps of stage number 2 as I think Cowboys finally gets around in Salibu, who I think still has not pitted.
Impact is still not pitted, which I'm kind of shocked.
Could that be fuel saving? I don't think they can make it, but I mean, you could fuel save. Actually, in Salibu down pit road this time by. So he tried to wrap it around. That's the last of the playoff drivers pitting. Now we're going to see when does Impact come down pit road. As B13 has a huge pack behind him. As Lost on older tires is now dropping.
Oh, there
like
he goes.
Fly.
42 coming in.
So Omens, I think, who's going to take over the lead? Okay, it's going to be that 44 of Cowboys should be your leader.
It should be.
See Lost now just dropping like a fly as Sterlo gets around him. Savage gets around him. So the early pit strategy by Lost is not working out for him as he actually gained time coming out. But it's all coming down because of old tires. So he learned his lesson for stage number 2. But yeah, the leader is going to be that 44 of Cowboys. Cowboys trying to win stage number 2 as well as stage number 1. He's trying to do a full sweep of MTJ.
It looks like he's got one car ahead of him that he's trying to lap. Maybe the 16. No, the 16's behind him.
Irish, that would be the 77 of Metz.
77's up ahead of him.
Mr. Metz. With only 14 to go in stage number 2, can Metz stay on the lead lap here? We know Metz wants to stay on the lead lap so he can stay in the power rankings. I wouldn't remove him anyways. Or would I?
A couple other guys here that I would be a little worried about here. Max Stipes in the 4 and the 48. 48's also over a half a lap down here.
You see Savage gaining on that 6 car of B13 and Sterlo as well. So B13 is losing a little bit of time. We're going to be watching this around 5th place, I think, currently, as Ironman gets up to 3rd. So this is the battle for 5th as B13 holds on to 4th and Sterlo right behind Savage.
Yeah, so about the battle for 10th place, look back here at the 10 and the 42, the 9.
Oh, 9 car. Little
and
bit lag.
the 41.
Impact. Yeah, but remember, Lost has dropped back a lot. He started out in 3rd. He's dropped all the way back outside the top 10. So his pit strategy of pitting early has not worked out for him, but at least he attempted something. You got to try something, especially early on. But yeah, it's getting crazy dicey up there. It's double file, 2 rows deep.
Yeah, this is
the
spots 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12.
And you know GS Racing is happy because he was able to get past him and now is in the playoff spot. He gets points here. And also, Irish is there. He's closer. Lap traffic car. No, wait, that's not. I'm tripping right now.
77.
That's Metz. Yeah, my bad.
Oh, 77 on the ball there. I think he's trying to let him go here.
Yeah, Metz is Metz. Let him chill out. Let him vibe. So Metz goes a lap down in that 77. Sadly, I want to see Metz finish the lap here, so hopefully he gets a free pass here. But we're going to see, can Irish... You go.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think he has a good chance of doing it, looking at the 44's perspective. And he only has one more car that he could potentially catch, and that's the 4, but I just don't know if he's going to have enough time to do it.
I want to also see, with Irish in clean air now, can he catch that 44 of Cowboys? Sorry, I almost said Cowboy Tech, because it's my teammate for next one. Yeah. Yeah, can he catch Cowboys here? That's the question, because Irish looks like he has a very good car.
Yeah,
just from like my understanding.
He looked really strong in the early part of the stage, so it doesn't shock me to see him already up here, giving the 44 a chase. But I mean, someone's got to give him a chase now with the 2 cars out.
I know, right? Especially, I mean, we can't just let this man dominate our race, you know? I would like that, but we want some good battle up here. So only 8 to go, coming to 7 to go for stage number 2. Been a solid race, no cautions so far, so it's been very clean, surprisingly. There's been a lot of racing, but there hasn't been a lot of incidents. As they're starting to get dicey behind B13, look at this. Savage on the top lane, Sterling on the bottom. As Serving Cone, I think, is on fresher tires. Serving is flying right now.
Yeah, this is positions 4 through 7.
Yeah, it's going to get dicey. It's a 3 wide nearly. Yeah, but look at Serving Cone. I think he's on the freshest tires out of this group. You could just see the speed difference between them.
Hit the wall a little bit. That helped on the 43.
Yeah, B13. We don't know how he's going to handle it as it's going to get tight, as Sterling's going to lose a lot of momentum on that bottom lane.
And these boys don't play any more nicer here for these next couple laps. They may drag the pack from 8th through 11th up here.
I was going to say, yeah, that pack is not there, as GS Racing is actually dropping. GS Racing is losing his speed there, as he drops behind that 14 of Spartans. Serving cone. They're battling here. As Cowboys is now in the range of name tag. So Irish is gaining on Cowboys here. But I think we're coming about 3 to go. Or 4 to go, I think. With the lap counter this time by. Serving cone. Yeah, that's brought back to back. As you see, 4 to go for stage number 2. So this stage is final. Your leader is still that 44 of Cowboys. So Cowboys, I think he qualified outside front row. Has been pretty dominant all race. I think he will catch that 4 car.
Yeah,
so
hopefully
Mets,
he doesn't catch him in a bad time either, because one slip up could result in that 16 being there.
he is there, and honestly, a slip up, yeah, exactly like you said. A slip up will cause us. We come to 3 to go for stage number 2. As Mac in that wall hopefully gets out of the way as quickly as he can. Mac Sniper in that 4 machine, subbing for his driver. If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if I'm correct. Yeah, that 4 car is going to hold up Cowboys here a little bit. We'll see if this gets Irish any closer. As Mac Sniper's not going to be easy on him. Remember, there's 2 to go in stage number 2. Mac is not going to let him go by. He does not want to get that free pass, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, and if I'm Mets fan, I'd be rooting for that 4 car, because this is your chance to get back in it.
Yeah, exactly. You don't want to go lap down. I don't want Mets to be stuck a lap down as Mac. Gonna hold that top lane, try to prevent that 44. But as they continue to battle, look at that 16.
Yeah,
He's
look at that
closing.
16.
White flag for stage number 2. As we have Max Sniper on the top, Irish trying to follow that Max Sniper through the lead. Does Irish go for the up and under here?
4 cars gonna not get cleared here.
Here comes Irish. Coming up 3 to 4. Here comes Irish on the top. Can he get her? Irish gets loose a little bit. Cowboys is gonna win stage number 2.
And
Irish
think
is
he
the
might
second.
have beat the 4 car to the line, so Mac's gonna get the lucky dog.
Okay, so Cowboys won the stage. That was a deciding finish. Irish finished the second. Ironman gets 3rd place stage points, so great run by him. Savage gets 4th. Strello gets 5th. 6th is serving. B13, Jordan Dog, Dark Spartans, and GS Racing was able to get some stage points there in 10th. So, notable names not inside the top 10 that need them. Insoluble. He's not inside the top 10. Lost, another guy who wants these stage points. He's not inside the top 10. So 2 drivers who really need the playoff points are not inside the top 10.
Yeah, that's gonna already put Savage by Insoluble in the playoff grid from what I'm seeing here. Savage is only a couple points back from GS, so good run tonight for Savage. Could end up putting him in a nice spot, maybe even in the top 5.
Yeah, but Ironman actually gains a spot on under caution. So his pit crew served him well, but as we're underway for stage number 3, I think it is 59 laps here. Yes, it is 59 laps for stage number 2, so we're going to have 1 more pit stop for tonight. Unless the stage break, unless the caution comes out, we should not have a pit strategy. Should be 1 more caution. See these top 2 battling right here. Ironman got the outside. Look at this. You get the run coming in 3 and 4. Ooh, Ironman holding him down.
That 8 car, Savage.
3 wide.
Trying to play in here. Running in that 4th spot.
Sterlo also looking here as well. Also inside the top 5 for the first time tonight. But Ironman holding it tough on the outside lane as Cowboys is stuck on that bottom lane. The non-dominant lane, especially when battling. As Irish going to capitalize, Ironman takes the lead. A playoff driver who considers himself washed, and an old man is currently leading the race. Can you believe it?
And I know what Ironman has to be feeling. He knows that's the best spot you want to be. Only spot where you don't have to think about points.
He doesn't want to worry about points, but I think he's good on points. He stored some stage points there, 3rd place stage points, so he's been pretty good on stage points. As he takes a commanding lead, but Cowboys continues to fall as he's stuck on that bottom lane with nowhere to go.
Light Savage trying to get by him for 3rd.
Cowboys going to have to let Savage go. Yeah, like I said, you got to let him go and form it up again.
Now, obviously, I know if Ironman wins this race, that's not going to really have a big impact on the playoff picture, but imagine if someone like Slight Savage ends up winning. That's going to bump everyone ahead of him down a spot.
I mean, it would be a big thing if Iron Man did win, though. He's currently one of the top 4 who I think is only in. Is he in by a lot currently? I think he is.
Yeah,
My bad.
With the stage points, looks to be about 16 ahead of the 31 in
Okay,
racing.
so he'd be in currently. So getting a win here would just secure him. But if Savage wins here, as Irish makes a move on Iron Man, as Iron Man's gonna hold him down there. It's gonna get tight here. This might open the door for Savage. Contact between those two. Oh, some more contact between the leaders. Cowboys gonna look. Here comes Sterlo on the bottom lane. Remember, if Sterlo wins tonight, that could get him in as well. Side by side for the lead. Side by side for 3rd and 4th as well. 4th and 5th as well.
Savage got to look here for 2nd.
Irish is still looking, but remember, as we seen earlier, if you run that bottom lane too much trying to pass, it ruins your tires. Your tires get worn very easily.
Yeah, I think
Iron Man slides out 3-1 for the lead.
Oh boy.
Oh boy, it's getting dicey. Teammates bumping and bruising. Here comes Sterlo on the bottom. Making it 3-1 in the turn. Oh, Iron Man came down. Oh, 4 wide. Iron Man. Sterlo to the lead. What a move. Can Sterlo clear Irish? Just racing. Having a great run for himself. Look at him.
Look at that. Where'd the tank car come from?
I know, right? He's making some moves as he's stuck 3 wide with Iron Man on top. So Iron Man is the biggest loser out of that. He fell from 1st all the way outside the top 5.
Yeah, and he's under fire from Spartan. It looks to be B13 as well.
Yeah, it's still 3 wide. Still, it's getting dicey as Cowboys trying to make himself, after having an early mistake on the restart, trying to make himself back inside the top 3 potentially and a win. He won stage number 1 and 2. He's currently running 4th. As Iron Man GS Racing sit behind him, but your leader is that 16 of Irish we've been talking about. He won at Vegas. He is locked in. Like I said earlier, he's just trying to win. Just trying to prove that he's the best car on the field. Trying to get back up to Cowboys, who's sitting 3rd and 4th, that duo. The duos of teammates, currently 1, 2, 3, 4. M&M, 3rd and 4th. ALTM, 1st and 2nd. So it's duo teammates leading the field tonight. As Spartans is a little bit all over that 44's bumper.
12 on the wall back here, 3 wide of the 6 and 9.
Ooh, that's going to cost him. Iron Man is just not having a good back in this race. I probably commentated cursing him. So B13, Jordell gets around him, so Jordell gets some extra positions here as Sterlo and the 8 car of Savage battle here. You know Savage is not going to let up here. Sterlo clears him. What a move. He clears Savage coming out of the corner. Savage return it. As Savage hits the wall here. So Sterlo up to 2nd place. As Savage is going to get the run on the inside lane.
Here comes
Watch out, here comes 3 wide. Yeah, I was going to say, Spartan's get the run.
Run off 4.
Ooh.
I don't know how kindly he took that rejection there.
As a little bit caught between Sterlo on the back in corner panel, so that's going to hold up Sterlo, lose him a lot of momentum as GS Racing gets his inside potentially here. It's just really hard to get around Savage. Savage is actually holding up everyone here as Irish continues to pull away. With only 46 to go in stage number 3, they're trying to get all they can get. GS Racing, Savage, Iron Man, they're going to be racing as aggressive as they can. They got to move, especially Sterlo and Savage. Those two are currently, I think Sterlo's in, but Savage is out. So Savage is going to be aggressive. He's not going to let him by, especially if he needs these playoff points, position points. You know how it is.
Mark's far, I'm telling you, he's been really impressed at this stage. He's going the inside for 2nd.
Yeah, no, Spartans is moving. He has the car right now. If he can get clear of Savage here, he'll be able to finally get up there. He does. Savage not able to get back on him, so Savage gonna dive potentially here. Do we see a dive here? No, he's gonna back it up.
On Savage. It's way too early.
Watch out though. GS Racing all over the 43 of Sterla's bumper. It's gonna get dicey back there.
Oh, Cowboys around!
Oh, someone's around!
Backstretch.
I saw that in the background. Collects. Who does it collect? I think the 18 hit him.
48 involved with some front end damage.
Omens. I think that gets Mets his lap back. So we're racing back.
Now he's got to be wondering. You've got to be kidding me.
He had such a big lead. He had over a second lead. As they're going to be calling the cautions. So Spartans takes over second, Savage in third, Sterling in fourth, GS Racing inside the top 5. So GS, like I said earlier, he's my underdog for tonight. I think who did I pick for tonight? Proxy?
I know you said Cowboys was one.
Cowboys and Proxy, and then I have my underdog as GS Racing, but Proxy already lagged out. So, oh god, my Final Four prediction might not make it. I'm sad though. Proxy can get it done at Dega. I'm praying. But yeah, it's been an exciting night. I mean, it's been very clean. I haven't seen a lot of. It got dicey there. We saw 4 wide for the first time tonight. That was fun to watch.
And I'm sure it's not going to be the last time they're going to go 4 wide.
I'm hoping we need to see some good racing tonight. Shoot, it's been pretty good. That's our first caution under green of the night as we have 41 laps to go. This is on the edge of the fuel window / tire window. I expected a lot of them to come down twice here.
Yeah, I mean, they have to pit again regardless, based on what they do here. So, I mean, if they want, they could maybe take 4 tires here, just run it down. I would be intrigued to see if someone does something else just to get themselves to track position.
I'm telling you right now, someone's going to stay out here and then go wrap around. I think you wrap around, you actually get 40 laps of fuel. So if you stay in 5th gear, you can make it on fuel, I feel like. But it's tires that are the issue here. Tire wear only goes about 39 to 40 laps. Someone's going to be fuel saving if we go green. I'm just saying that right now. Someone's going to fuel save. I also think some people are going to come down on the choose lane. This is my prediction. Check broadcaster chart real quick.
Oh, okay. All right, so currently right now, pit stops getting ready to conclude here. Race off pit road looks like the 16 of Irish is going to get it off first, followed by Spartan. And then rounding out the top 3, Savage. So while we are still under caution, I'm just going to remind everybody, next week, the elimination race, the race that determines which 4 drivers will fight for the title, that will be at Talladega. That will be next Monday night. You will catch that either on Bren's Twitch stream or either on mine, aka Regular Show 48. But for tonight, right now, Bren taking over here, clearly under the weather. Right now, everyone's single file. We should be getting these cars to choose here at the line. Thurlow in 4th, Georgia Dog. Haven't talked about him much, running in 5th. And we just looked over here on my stream, the 42 of Impact. He was one of the last drivers to pit during that long green flag cycle. He is going back around again to top off. So the 42 tried something different here. Could this be the winning move for the 42 car?
Alright, so they just did their choose. Also, shout out to Cowboys. I haven't been reading chat because I've been on the stream. He's saying amazing race so far. Who is your pick to win, Cowboys? Tech. Who do you have winning, Cowboys Tech? Let me know your pick in the chat real quick. Who do you have winning tonight? But yeah, what do you think of the race so far? It's been fun to watch, huh?
Impact finally catching back around. That one lap Could be all it takes.
It could. So he pitted late. He did the one wrap around. Here we go into the
topped
restart
off.
zone. He topped it off. Like I said, some people will do that. As Irish takes over the lead, he's able to clear Spartans. This is very decisive and good for him. So you will not have Spartans next to him. So this means he's able to run his line here. We'll see if Spartans gets a run off of 2 here. Look for the move here. Here we go. Heading to 3 and 4. Here comes Spartans on the inside lane. See Spartans on the bottom lane. He's not able to get the run as Irish probably going to get the run here. Let's see how good that dog leg is for Spartans here. Savage in 3rd. Sterlo up to 4th place. He's been in 4th all night. We're going to see if he can move up there inside the top 5. Move inside the top 3. We got to see if he can get up there. But Savage, Irish, and Spartans battling.
Very close call with GS and Mac. GS was trying to get up in front of the 4, couldn't clear him.
Yeah, but Mac, we saw early, he was almost a lap down. Not
Yeah,
inside
he
the top
got
10.
to the line that got him lapped. Ended up getting the lap back. But good
Now he's
recovery
running
for
inside the top
Ford.
10. I was going to say, he's having a great run for himself. Battle for the lead
46th
still.
spot.
Look for the lead. I'm trying to get up there. God. Yeah, Spartans has the inside lane here. He might be able to clear Irish.
He
He does! He does! What a move! Spartans up to the lead. Here comes Savage to the bottom. Someone gets loose. That's the 44 of Cowboys. He did not spin it, so he kept it straight. So Spartans, we saw him win at Phoenix for the NXT. He's proven his strength also in Premier. So this is very strong for the Spartans. Trying to get his win here as well.
Yeah, I remember the last time I interviewed Spartan, the first time he won one of the double headers, the first time he didn't want to get interviewed because he wanted to wait till the second race. He ended up winning the second race, so we got 2 interviews in one stream. Could be ironic to see him do it here.
But 34 to go. It's not over till it's over, and they also are good on fuel. They have 36 laps of fuel. Knowing that they run 5th all the way around, I think they should be good on fuel. If you run 5th, if you don't shift, you should be good on fuel. But Spartan's your leader, trying to hang on as Savage is continuing with Irish. You know, Savage is not going to be patient here. Does Irish allow Savage to get around him? Because Savage needs to win. Does Irish allow him to go by? So Savage can win here, potentially. See, Georgia Dog. This mid-pack Georgia Dog. That 4 car. That 10 car of GS Racing and Ironman. These guys are all digging for what they can get here. Oh, Omens and the 44 of Cowboys get together. But your leader still, that 14 of Spartans, who has subbed. I actually subbed for him earlier this season. So I have a good relationship with him, I guess. Yeah, but Spartans, though, is one of those drivers who, he's had a decent rookie season in Premier, but it's been up and down for him. He made the playoffs, but didn't really have, he wasn't able to showcase his skill in the first round, but he's looking to come home for a strong finish to his rookie season, and next season he's planning on coming back stronger for his team. We know he's capable of, because he won the Season 1 NXT Championship. Probably get adjusted to the Premier Series if I had to guess. But yeah, he's currently leading. Irish, though, is not going to let him get it easy. I will continue to say that Irish is not going to let him go. With only 30 to go, can Spartans, Irish, or Savage get up there as Sterlo is challenging as a 3 wide.
Back here, 4, 10,
oh, yeah, contact. We know Ironman is fighting for everything he can get. GS Racing is also not going to let Ironman get away. 4 car on the top. That's Max Snipers in that 4 car. So Mac trying to prove himself tonight. Oh, some contact between Ironman. It's Mac. Can slide him up in front of GS Racing. Watch out.
And Ironman's going to get a good run off, too. That's going to clear him over the 4.
Yes, I was going to say, he's finally able to clear him. So GS Racing going to be stuck behind the 4 car for this turn. So that's going to, oh, here comes GS Racing on the bottom. Savage has dropped back a little bit. Yeah, it's just getting, it's so fun to watch these guys back here. It's so competitive back here for a round. I think this is 8th currently.
Yeah, looks like it's pretty much from 6 on back.
Yeah, 6th through 10th is just a great battle. We see Cowboys and Omens back up here as well.
Martin still not able to get away that much from Irish.
34 to go. That was Cowboys. That I would check it real quick for lap counter real quick. As Irish trying to catch back up to Dark Spartans, it's going to be dicey. He's going to have to push it with all his might. I think Spartans has a great car, and unless Spartans makes a mistake here, I will say though, third place is going to heat up very quickly. As I think someone went around in the back, got very low. Serving cone down pit road.
Yeah, serving cone, he hasn't been the same ever since the beginning. That damage was from earlier with the incident with the 44 and the 48.
That sucks for him, but as we come to the line, it is only 25 to go. 25 to go, and Savage is being challenged right here. Savage does not want to lose position to Sterlo. Sterlo's currently in, Savage is out. So Savage is going to not allow Sterlo to get around him very easily. This is going to be a key battle for third here. Yeah, it just looks like Sterlo has a better car than Savage right now.
Good battle here with the 12 and the 10.
Yeah, I was going to say there also GS and Ironman have been going at it all night long. It's been fun to watch. Is it holding it up though as Sterlo gets on the bottom of Savage for third place here? Finally Sterlo gets there. Savage going to try to hold on with all his might. He's able to clear him, so it's very hard to pass. You have to calculate your moves. It takes a while, but once you get around him, pretty much have to do a slide job on them, honestly, at this point in the race.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to try a slide job on Slight Savage.
I know, but that's what I think someone else had to do on him earlier to get around him. You got to try something. If you get stuck behind him for too long, you're not going to be able to catch back up to Irish. 22 to go for the race.
Georgia Dog running in 5th place. Good run for him. However, he's not getting away from that big pack from 6 on back. That pack may end up getting another car to fight for position.
I will say that is very true, but at the same time, Georgia Dog, who qualified on pole, having a very good run for himself, especially after a rough race last week. I think he qualified actually pole last week as well. I think he had a great run at Vegas on qualifying, and he had a rough night, but overall it's been... He said he made the NXT Championship, and he's looking to improve throughout the season as well. He's trying to get a great run to finish the season. I know he didn't make the final at 10, but overall it's been a great season. He's looking to improve, and well, he's having a great run tonight, especially after starting on pole. Inside the top 5. But yeah, Savage is able to hold on. Sterlo hasn't challenged since earlier in the race.
I think the more impressive part here is that they're actually catching up to Irish despite the battling that they've had.
Ooh, they are. And I will say, Georgia Dog got 2 poles back-to-back in a row. So Georgia Dog qualified on pole at Vegas. He qualified pole at Phoenix. So Georgia Dog is on a streak. He's a hot lapper. And also having a great run tonight. Ironman up to 6. Got around GS. I don't think he got around him. He's just been holding it in 6th place currently. So tire wear, they got 21 laps with 48 on Irish's right rear. Now, is there a strategy where Irish is not pushing his car as hard as he can because he wants to conserve his tires? That's the question that we have here.
There definitely could be. If I'm someone that has a good amount of space between yourself and the car behind you, like Spartan, maybe even Irish, I would definitely try and conserve that a bit. But again, I'm looking at people like Savage and Sterlo. I think that's the bigger question. What's their tires looking like? Because they've been battling in the last 10, 15 laps. I'm wondering how much that's affected their right rear. And Savage barely scraped the wall there.
We are coming down to under 15 to... We're coming to 15 to go, but it's in the next 2 laps. Sterlo does not have his point of view up for tonight. That is kind of disappointing. Aw. Yeah, but overall, I mean, we're going to see how this works as we see here. Yeah, those two have continued to battle. Yes, no, Savage is on Irish's bumper. They're getting closer and closer.
Yeah, and I can tell what Savage is doing. A couple laps ago, he was running closer to that yellow line, exiting 2. Now he's taking more of an approach to where he's running closer to that higher line. Now this time he exits off low, going to the line, but watch what he does here.
We're going to see this here. Yeah, now
it's a little bit more higher. Tries to get the arc off the turn.
And gets the runoff. That's exactly how he's doing it. But also, I would look here. It looks like Spartan is being caught. If I'm...
Yeah, I think Spartan's doing the thing that we were talking about earlier, saving that right rear.
Yeah, he also may be loose with under 14 to go. I mean, they've been on these tires for about almost 25 to 26 laps. I mean, your tires are starting to wear, and you do about 40 laps here, your tires will be in the teens. They'll be in the teens by the time we finish this race. Maybe in the single digits in the right rear.
Yeah, right now, I'm expecting everyone's tires to be around the mid-30s.
Yep, that's exactly how Irish's is. His is at 34 and 46 on his right front. So, I will say there's a battle for 5th. Or 4th right here. I think that's 5th.
Yeah, that's
as Ironman is battling.
5th.
Ironman trying to get another position. That's going to be important. That's going to be important as well. So Ironman gets around Jordan Dog for 5th place. That is really important for the playoff standings. So that's another position, as Lost and Insalable have not had their nights that they wanted. Lost, who is currently on that 4 seed. Like I've been saying, he's been an impressive showing in the playoffs, but tonight has been a rough night for him after trying a strategy early on. He's got one more week to show up.
Top 3 is shrinking ever so slightly.
This is going to come down to the wires, and it's going to be so fun. Yeah, no, they're there. We're coming to 11 to go. Or we're on 11 to go. Coming to 10 to go.
Yeah, they're on 11 to go right now.
The question is, does Irish go for the win or let Savage win it? That's my main key here. Savage needs a win to get himself inside the round of 4.
I don't think Irish is going to let Savage win. However, I do think Irish wants to win. As you said, he wants to gain momentum. He wants to clarify himself as the best driver right now, the one with the most momentum. I think the 16 car is not letting anyone by him.
But also, Spartan he wants to win as well with under 10 to go, coming to 9 to go. You know, Spartan's not going to let these guys go by easily. He wants to win. I think he wants to get his first career win in the Premier Series. You know he wants to win tonight. 9 to go for stage number 3.
Good
I
entrance
can take off
there
the
by
lap counter.
Savage. Savage going to take that second spot away.
Yes, he does take over second. Yeah, that's the strategic thing, as Irish lets them go by. So Savage and Spartan's coming to 8 to go. How long can Spartans hold on?
Today, I said it. There's going to be someone that is way below in the points that has to execute today, and I thought it was going to be that 8 car. He's right there. Going the inside
He
now.
is there. He's going to try to slide up. He does not get the slide job clear. But he's going to be able to get the
That might
run.
be enough.
He's clear of the 14th. Savage to the lead. So the playoff driver who he's been all 3rd all season. He's been one of the top 3 drivers since we come to 7 to go. He's been the top 3 dominant driver with Savage, Serlo, and them. But he had a penalty at Auto Club that really hindered him. But now he's currently the lead with a chance to advance himself to the round of 4. As we see, Irish is falling off.
Yeah, it's Serlo and Ironman. Ironman's there. He is. I don't think
Sterlo gets around to Irish.
Just yet.
What has happened to Irish?
Yeah, I think Irish finally let that right rear down to the point where he just can't drive it anymore. Serlo's already gotten by him for 3rd. Ironman's going to likely get by him here.
We should be
That's
coming to 6 to go.
Going to try and get 5th back.
Yeah, no, his right rear is at 15%. Spartans also has a point of view.
Is he going to be able to make it?
Spartans might not make it here. He's at 10% on his right rear, by the way.
Yeah, this is going to be a crazy game of survival to finish.
We don't know.
Who can't? As Ironman's up to 3rd.
So Iron Man is making moves. So Ironman up to third. We're gonna be watching Spartans. Spartan. Is he good on tires? I don't think he is. He's at 9% with only 5 to go. So we're coming to 4 to go. Caution is off. This race is final.
If I'm Ironman, I'd be careful because if that tire goes down, that 14 spins around. The 12 may not have a lot of time to react. I'd be interested to see if Savage has enough.
That's the question here. We're under 4 to go. We're coming to 3 to go. What is Savage tire situation looking like as he was battling earlier? I don't know if Savage got good enough tires. We're coming to 3 to go.
Yeah,
coming down to the wire.
At 5% right now.
I don't think he's making it.
But 3 laps to go. If he could save like maybe 2% per lap going to the last lap,
that is just 1%. That is not happening. That is not happening. He's already at 4%. He's blowing it.
It doesn't make anything much better knowing that he's got 4-6 cars coming up behind him fast.
Yeah, that does not help. The Spartans race is pretty much over as we're coming to 3 to go, if I'm not mistaken. So Ironman trying to capitalize. 2 to go.
Oh, there he goes. He goes up the track.
Oh, into the wall goes Spartans after having a career day. He's going to be into his hopes and dreams are going to be crashed by a blown tire. GS Racing got involved. White flag in the air for Spartans. Or Savage, my bad. White flag in the air for Savage. Can he manage his tires? That's the question. Does his tires good? Ah, God, I can't speak right now. Yeah, Savage around 1 and 2. Oh no! That's a huge guy! That's huge! Savage comes around 3 and 4 for the last time!
Oh, watch out!
GS Racing!
Oh, he's got problems!
Savage!
He's gonna make it!
Is gonna win! At Phoenix!
Wow!
Savage, what a drive! Oh no! He almost made it on his blown tire! The 14.
Wow, Irish, the guy who we thought was done for, still got second place. Cowboys ended up getting third.
Cowboys, what a
Ironman
recovery.
That's a big one for Ironman. He's taking advantage of all these other miscues.
There's a bit of iffy. I'm kind of sad I didn't get that call right. My voice is But yeah, Georgia recovered for 5th. We're some happy people here. A Savage locks himself into the round of 4. That is a good one. That is crucial for Savage as he doesn't have to worry about points now. Sterlo blew his tire and finished. Insoluble got a top 10. Insoluble, who we didn't see all night, got a top 10 out of every single car blowing their tires. So Insoluble capitalized massively as I think Sterlo finished outside the top 10.
Yeah, and that's the key.
GS Racing as well.
Sterlo. If Sterlo finished that race with the way things were looking, he could have easily been in the top 4 spot and he would have had easy gap over the cut line. Now it's not very certain.
Yeah, that's the truth, and it's going to be crucial to watch this last few weeks as Cowboys got 3rd, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, he did.
All right, so we'll do the order. I'll message you in broadcast chat how we're doing to do it. Or you can tell me who you want, like what position do you want. All right, Mets, give me a sec. All right. Oh shoot, my game. Fucking hell.